let's start off how we always do with our headlines in the NBA. The only thing to talk about in the NBA, because I don't want to talk about free agency, I don't want to talk about the draft yet. I'm going to wait off on that for the NBA Finals. I think it's kind of disrespectful for sites like ESPN to have the main story when you go to NBA and ESPN be about the draft. Same with the NHL. It's about the draft. I want to hear about the finals. I want to hear what people are saying about Thunder versus Indiana. I want to hear what people are saying about Edmonton versus Florida. I could care less about when Cooper Flag is going to meet with the Mavericks or when Giannis is going to request a trade. I want to talk about this finals right now. The season currently going on. Because isn't the end goal always a championship? So let's start off and only talk about the NBA Finals in these headlines right now for the NBA. And it's tied at 1 apiece. Tyrese Halliburton does his devil magic in Game 1 and gets it done. And he's one of the most clutch players in the NBA right now. He beat the clutch player of the year, Jalen Brunson, in that conference finals, made it over to the finals, has 4 buzzer beaters or game winners, essentially, in this NBA playoffs run. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's a LeBron James type run. It's a Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan type of run right here from Tyrese Halliburton. And you can never expect it from a guy like Tyrese Halliburton, yet he's doing it. But on the other side, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander came up in Game 2, played great. Everybody stepped up for him. The dynamic duo of Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein is stepping up right there. Jalen Williams is playing like an all-star, which he is. Alex Caruso, talking a little bit about on the Schoolyard Sports Instagram earlier this week. Go check that out at Schoolyard Sports for daily post. How he's the most valuable role player in the NBA after, once being the biggest meme in the NBA. So I'm excited for the rest of this series, and we're going to break it down a little bit more later in the episode. But that's part of the headlines in the NBA. In the MLB, the number 1 prospect in baseball, Roman Anthony, has been called up to the Boston Red Sox. Talk a little bit more about Roman Anthony later in the episode, but in his debut, 0 for 4, it's okay. We all struggle in our debuts, but did have an RBI. Key thing right there. Another thing in the MLB, my New York Mets are on fire, everybody. They have 42 wins. They're playing great baseball. Yes, they play some easy teams, but also you're playing the Los Angeles Dodgers. You split with them twice. I think the Mets probably should have won that second series instead of splitting it, but leave things as is. These are the 2 best teams in the National League. There's no doubt about that in my mind. But when you switch things over to the AL, you got the Detroit Tigers, and they're on fire, everybody. They have the best record in the MLB. They've got awesome pitching from Terry Skubal, awesome hitting from guys like Javi Baez, who at one point was an afterthought after being a superstar at one point. He's batting .275 now. You've got Kerry Carpenter, Spencer Torkelson, a guy who everybody thought was an afterthought, Riley Green, a bunch of more stars on this Tigers team, and that's why they're the best team in the MLB. Now, a team that definitely isn't the best team in the MLB, the Colorado Rockies. They have 12 wins in the season. Hooray! They have 12 wins. But they're in a world of trouble. They have so many issues on this team. And it's not just their ballpark. It's the way they're structured. They pick a guy, Chase Dollander, in the MLB draft in the top 5 2 years ago. He can't even do anything in the major leagues. It's a struggle for them. I don't know why they're taking pitchers in the MLB draft, because no pitcher. You could put Jacob deGrom in his prime at Coors Field. I don't know if he could do well. So that's my take right there on the Colorado Rockies. They are stuck in a world of trouble. That's about for the news in MLB. Let's switch things over to the NHL to close out our headlines. The Florida Panthers and Edmonton Oilers. I'm not a big hockey guy, but this series obviously has my interest, being the Stanley Cup Finals, and boy, it has not disappointed. Game 1 going to double overtime. Game 2 just going to regular overtime. Game 3, Florida Panthers blow them out. But so much scoring in this series. I mean, all 3 games, there have been goals within the first 2 minutes. That's incredible right there. I think we had 7 goals in the first 13 minutes in Game 2. I mean, it's just a great series. Rematch of last year, which went 7 games. Will this one go 7 games? Leave your answer in the comments. That's about for the headlines in sports this week.